Inuyasha is now lit. Streaming Mass Effect Legendary Edition, just relaxing in legendary proportions. Low release weekend.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Commander, Miss Al-Jalani's story on you just aired. I don't blame you for walking out on her.
Sir, she was gonna make me look bad no matter what I said.
You're probably right. I guess it could have gone a lot worse. Just wanted to let you know what the response was back home. I won't keep you any longer. Fifth Fleet out.
Message coming in, Commander. Big surprise, the Alliance needs you again.
Shepard, this is Admiral Hackett with Alliance Command. We've got a mission for you. An Alliance officer named Major Kyle has set up a small compound in the Hulking Eta cluster. He's attracted a number of followers, mostly biotics. He's become an outspoken critic of the Alliance, and we believe he's mentally unstable. This could be trouble, Shepard.
What kind of proof do you have that the Major is dangerous?
3 days ago, we sent 2 Alliance representatives to meet with him at his compound. They've disappeared. We believe Kyle and his followers killed them. That compound is a cult, Shepard. They call him Father Kyle now. He set himself up as some kind of religious leader.
You said his followers were biotics?
Yes. Major Kyle never showed any biotic tendencies himself, though. I think he's just latched onto a group he identifies with. Many biotics feel marginalized or ostracized by society. Kyle probably sees them as victims who need his protection, and they see him as someone who will fight for them. Unfortunately, he's convinced them that the Alliance is somehow responsible for all their problems. We can't let him go on like this.
What were those Alliance representatives going to talk to Major Kyle about?
They wanted to bring him back to an Alliance facility for treatment.
How
Major
far
Kyle
along
served
are
us
you?
faithfully for many years. We weren't going to abandon him. Given his state of mind, however, he probably saw them as a threat. We're almost certain he and his followers killed them.
I'm not really that far. I'm now just starting to go around the different planets before I start the next story mission.
What else can you tell me about Major
Because
Kyle?
I just
He
got
used to be a model
Liara.
soldier, but something happened to him at Torfin. Too many Alliance soldiers died under his command. Couldn't cope with the guilt. His
So I'm
psychic
just literally
evaluation
just
showed he
planet
couldn't handle
hopping
the
right
stress of
now
command
before I
anymore.
continue the story.
He was given an honorable discharge in early retirement. We'd hoped he would get better in time, but we underestimated how far gone he was. Now it looks like it's too late.
I might be able to end this without violence.
You served with him. He might listen to you. but he's already killed 2 Alliance representatives. I trust you to use your judgment. Hack it out.
I just got her myself.
Yeah, so like I said, you're not that far. I know tonight I'm really gonna be playing more. Just figured I might as well just play a little bit more right now before I go.
Morning. So you gonna play the new edgelord job?
Morning, Clutch. Yeah, I'm gonna try out Reaper on my main account. It looks good. It really does. I'm debating if I want to get the pre-order so I can get the earring for it, so I can get the EXP quicker. I don't know yet. Yeah, I just got a trophy. Oh, daily artist stuff.
Looks super flashy.
Yeah. And I also noticed when you say he came out like Bloodborne, Yoshi P gives no shits. That's why he's a legend.
I'm guessing that's a Final Fantasy, or is it something else?
Yeah, Frenchie, last night was the fan festival, and they was announcing...
And level Dragoon for the armor.
I didn't see about the armor thing. But yeah, Frenchie, they had a fan festival last night, and they announced the new melee damage class, and it's the Reaper, which uses a scythe, so pretty much, yeah. And the way it looks, it's pretty edge. It's pretty edgy. I sent the tweet with the video in the group chat if you want to see it, Frenchie.
Oh, cool. Straight out of Bloodborne.
Yeah, generally it's straight out of Bloodborne. I never played Bloodborne, but I've seen what Bloodborne looks like.
What chat?
Heading out.
Facebook. I sent it like before you messaged saying that you were waking up at 1 o'clock in the morning.
I'ma end up playing later in the expansion, probably after I finish it with my tanks.
Yeah, I'm right now still debating which class I'm gonna go through the expansion as. Because one thing I'm thinking, I'm thinking about doing it as samurai. Because I know eventually when we would start doing the content, at least I'll get the samurai up. Because I know you're gonna be tanking, and I don't know who else will be tanking. I mean, I'll still try to get my gunbreaker up as well. I am on the edge. Holy shit, let me back up.
Damn, looks really nice, and it does have a bloodburn feel.
Yeah. Cause on my
I am thinking TLD to start with. I know my buddy is doing Sage.
I mean, I'll probably get Reaper leveled up as I work on Samurai, and maybe depending on how Reaper goes, I'll probably eventually switch to Reaper. But I also know that I'm actually considering changing my character to to the male Vieira though. Like, I'm not gonna lie. The male bunny boy. Is that everything on this planet? Oh. I'm guessing. Okay. I'm just lost. Clutch, when do you think the next time you're gonna be on 14? Because I know they're doing the Moogle thing now also.
Main thing I hate is it as coming out 2 days before Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah. Wait. What the hell? I couldn't find it.
I've been playing every night, just not streaming.
It's not streaming. Well, I know. Well, I know for this weekend I was gonna.
So I want to be able to take off to play. Think I'ma take the week after off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I mean, like, after this weekend, if you want to get together sometime during the week to do something, just let me know. Because, like I said, I'm not really... Okay, so I'm investigate major code. Dude, am I glitched or something? This is the only planet. What the hell? I think it glitched for me.
There we can try and play next week. Feeling a lot better today, so I might stream Village tonight.
Oh, hey man, don't force yourself. I mean, I'm happy you're feeling better. Oh, come on. I feel like I'm getting bad glitches right now because this should be the planet I need to be on for this quest, and it's not showing, which is weird. It's disturbing me, I will say that.
For what quest?
I have to go see Major Kyle, and it's saying to go to the Century. So I'll show you. It's just a little disturbing that I can't find the quest at all. Because I feel like that's the planet I need to be on. Is this one. Go to the Century system in the Hawking Edit cluster. And I know I'm in the Hawking Edit cluster. Yeah. Only place here. I don't know if this is something I can't do right now or what, but it's oddly disturbing that I cannot find the quest. I'm gonna have to leave it for now. I don't know why it's doing that. It's a little disturbing.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
General distress call. The Sacred Angel medical
I
transport.
don't have
Critical
it one
system
yet,
failure.
but I saw
Losing
that some
power.
of the planets require a
Emergency
lot of
landing.
driving around it seems.
Argos. Communications failing.
Oh, well, I mean, that's every planet
Life
that you
support.
land on.
Emergency transponder.
You're gonna end up having to drive around. But the thing with that quest is, Frenchie, that's a random quest you pick up when you go to different systems. So that's a quest you honestly entirely don't have to do. But if you obviously want like somewhat of a completion of the game, you're gonna have to. It's weird. Alright, I'm gonna land here, and whatever I gotta do for the show. Why this fucking sensitivity
When in doubt,
is...
go over the mountains, not around.
You do what you gotta do. It's just the mechanics for this vehicle in the original was so bad. Like, I honestly don't know what the difference is that they made. It still feels the same. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I just gotta get used to it. Because they were saying you can switch on the old, like you could switch on. Basically, they were saying you have the option to switch to handling for this, but I haven't seen like an option. I was just curious to see if there was an option for it, but I mean, it doesn't really matter to me because I don't mind the Mako. It's not my favorite though. I mean, it's classic nonetheless.
Moving out. I sense trouble.
freaking Tally pulling out the sniper. This thing got the only ragdoll physics.
There is the wreckage. I do not see any survivors, though.
Careful, Shepard. I've got a bad feeling about this. Geth! It's a trap!
was satisfying.
Zargan High, Zargan High.
Yeah, what's up, Zargon? You just missed the cleanest of deaths ever. Oh wow. I gotta set all this up again. fine. Entirely up. I have a system here. I need to stick to it. So you put that on you.
Eat this! ECM is hot.
Bro, who are you running up on? Oh, did I end up doing this mission early? Oh well. I found fancy stuff.
Heading to position.
You need electronics for this? God damn it, Caden. And me, apparently. Disappointment all around. Oh, well, we tried. Just remembered.
What do you want, Shepard?
I found this armor. Does it belong to you?
Let me see. Yeah. This is it. Hard to believe my ancestors wore this piece of crap. But at least it's back where it belongs. Thanks, Shepard. I might be starting to like you after all.
You getting soft on me, Rex?
Huh. Just because I like you doesn't mean I wouldn't kill you.
Oh, before I go, you said you're serving with Commander Shepard now? We saw him on the news here. He's cute. Later, sis.
Tell me you didn't hear that.
Afraid I did.
Oh, shoot me now. One of my sisters. That's Sarah, the youngest. Surprised to see you here, sir. Thought you'd be chatting up, what's her name? Tassoni?
Liara, why would you think that?
Scuttlebutt says you got a bit of a thing for her. I could understand why. The crew's off limits with the regs against fraternization. And at least she looks like a woman.
You think I'm interested in Liara because she's the only one I'm allowed to date?
So you are interested in her? Of course, it could be politics. Alien diplomat's daughter, us under orders to make nice with the bug-eyed monsters. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap posting you could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I made Chief. First thing he did was salute.
What about your mother? You haven't mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
You have more than one sister? Sounds like a big family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
Where did you grow up?
All over. We transferred a half a dozen times before I finished grade school. You go where personnel command sends you, right? I guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends every 2 or 3 years.
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you? Amazing.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did, Mike. I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. This was only a couple of years back. They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobog. Same cluster, but a dozen Hellwire away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
If he really liked her, he wouldn't be pushy.
Yeah, of course. If he didn't ask at all, I'd wonder if he thought Sarah was ugly. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
Why didn't you tell the police?
She said it wouldn't solve the real problem.
Is it that I don't like any of the human companions?
It was a small colony. I said it was her call to make, that we should let her do it her way. I was pretty pissed about that.
Sorry, I was stretching. No, it's not bad.
You said all of your sisters learned self-defense?
I mean, that's your personal opinion. I mean, I don't dislike them, but at the same time, don't lie. Like, I have a mutual respect for them. That's about it.
Likes big skirts and tops you have to tie her into. They do great things to her figure, though.
So, what did you learn?
One of Dad's friends taught me Marine hand to hand.
You traveled all the way home to walk your sister to school.
It was only a dozen light years. Like a day's cruise. It's not like I was going to Earth or something. My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was going to end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. And she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Where was your father during this? Wasn't your family stationed near him?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful.
I'm trying to do everything I can to avoid starting a Ashley romance.
I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
I never thought I'd hear you reciting poetry.
Just because I can drill you between the eyes at 100 meters doesn't mean I can't like sensitive stuff. Just don't spread it around. Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though. So behave.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it?
Myri, nope,
That I
not
believe
bad at
God?
all.
You know that old saw, there's never an atheist in a foxhole? I've been in a lot of foxholes.
Yeah, I guess you have. I've met a few people who are really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something? I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, Skipper.
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with CSEC a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much
just
as
for
you.
those who are here.
Yeah, I've seen some
What
interesting
time is
things.
it? Ow, ow. Ooh.
I bet you have. Anything
Just
in
letting you
particular that
guys
stands
know,
out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist.
I'm gonna be ending the stream in a bit,
That
just
case
because
was
I'm gonna have to be getting ready to leave soon. Because I gotta go take my cousin to work, and then as soon as I take her, I gotta go straight to get food shopping, and then by the time I come back, I gotta get ready to do dinner. But tonight I will be live again to really play more of this. I actually plan on getting some more side quests done first that I can possible, then I am going to continue the story. That is the plan.
What happened? Why were you investigating them?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the Cyclones. I remember this one L-Corps diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs, had the station in a bit of a panic. But this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development. But there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set. Somebody's making a killing out there.
What did you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation, to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
You mean threaten? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it paid off. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up, and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop it.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. We just used them to make more organs. They wouldn't listen.
Well, it's not worth the risk. You pursue the vessel and disable it. That's the best choice.
They sent the military after him, but he got away just the same. Yes, they did. I went to Palin and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. Well, I almost did. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
If you don't care about the fate of those hostages, then you're no better than he is. You're just a terrorist with a badge.
Yeah, maybe you're right. It doesn't make it any easier, but I see your point. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find him.
What do you want, Shepard?
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to serve.
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed. I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up, to stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes. A meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from, and where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
It sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Jared was your father?
He was. Until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
You must have family other than your father. Don't you miss them?
No. Now that I have my family's armor again, there's nothing left for me.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Theron's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
We've still got a long way to go. You'll find something to take back.
Yes, but it cannot just be some derelict ship my people can use for salvage. It has to be more than that. There's a lot expected of me.
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board. He's one of only 5 people who can overrule the decisions of the Conclave for the good of the migrant fleet. My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
It must be tough on you.
My people place a high value on family and ancestry. There's an unspoken expectation that I'll live up to my father's example. Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage. Something that will forever change our lives for the better. If I don't, it's like I failed, and that reflects badly on both me and my father.
The work you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian has ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out again. But even if we stop Saren, that's not going to happen. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
What was your father like?
It wasn't easy growing up as the daughter of one of the Admiralty. Even before he joined the board, he was a prominent figure. People looked to him for leadership. He had to set an example, and he expected the same of his daughter. Plus, he was pretty strict, a military man through and through. He never allowed me to settle for anything less than excellence. As a kid, I sometimes felt like he was pushing me too hard. But now I'm old enough to appreciate what he taught me. The world doesn't owe us anything. If we want something in life, we have to earn it.
Where was your mother in all this?
Mother was around, but she always seemed to kind of blend into the background. Almost like she was overshadowed by my father. He tends to do that to people. She passed on about 5 years ago. Some airborne virus that swept through the fleet. Happens sometimes when the filters start to break down. I think my father took it pretty hard. After she was gone, he became even more focused on his work. I think that was his way of dealing with the grief.
Sounds like a tough upbringing. You don't resent your father at all?
Like I said, it wasn't easy. My father's not the kind of person you bond with. And he wasn't around all that much. Too busy. People counted on him, and he took his duties seriously. Even when he was around, he always seemed a bit distant. Like his mind was always somewhere else. Come to think of it, I can't ever remember seeing him smile. Not once. It's like he was always weighed down by all that responsibility. I mean, I know he cares about me, but he never really showed it, not in the usual way. I guess the best thing I can say about my father is that I respect him.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I should go.
See you later.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander. Looking for supplies?
Not right now, thanks.
No problem. Keep checking back. Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander. Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander. Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Well, they know about the stonewalling you've had from the Council.
They deserve to know what we're up against.
They're on your side. They're pissed about the resistance we're getting, especially from our side. I'll have a better handle on all of it when my head stops hurting. Another L2 flare-up.
Anything I can do?
No, Commander, it'll settle down. It's rough sometimes, but they spike higher than a lot of L3s. Except for you, of course. Besides, I fared a lot better than some after Kinetics was through.
Got a story there, Olenko?
You know the records about the biotic training out on Jump Zero? They're all classified. Because the Alliance made mistakes. After first contact, Kinetics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Kinetics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
Is there some reason we couldn't learn it on our own?
They didn't know where to start. Hell, it took a couple of years to even link biotics and Ezo. Forget trying to get the kids to move stuff. They had trouble just helping them not break their own limbs. And their choice of teachers didn't help much.
The only experts would have to be aliens.
Dead on. Turians, actually. That's why Kinetics kept it a secret. They were afraid of what people back home would think, asking the Turians for help when we just fought a war with them.
The Asari would have been more acceptable than the Turians.
Yes, but the company didn't go through the Citadel. It would have made Earth look weak, so they discreetly hired some Turian mercenaries.
I'm sure Kinetics did what they thought was best.
It wasn't best for us. They brought in an ex-military Turian named Commander Vernus. A real hard-ass. He basically had a free pass to break us if it would turn out a decent biotic. Kind of spiraled from there, Commander.
Did he ever face charges for that?
He got his.
Kurisu
But like
Exia
everything
just
else at
hosted
Jump
the
Zero,
stream
it was
for
under the
5
table.
viewers.
The less said, the better. Anyway, this is ancient stuff. I walked it off a long time ago. I should get back to my duties, Commander. We're here to make history, not rehash it.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander? Anything you need, Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Dr. Tassoni.
Thank you for the host, I appreciate it, even though I'm actually about to get off myself in just a bit.
I mean, if you like the bookish sort.
Just remember, Lieutenant, I saw her first.
Only by a few seconds, sir.
We'll
But I
talk another
appreciate the
time,
host
Lieutenant.
again, though.
Commander?
I will be live later tonight, though. But yeah, after I have this conversation with Liara, I will be getting off. I gotta run errands.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
But if anybody who came from the stream, if they want to follow, they're more than welcome to. I will be live later.
Maybe we could pick up where we left off. You were telling me about your interest in the Protheans.
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you, and making a fool of myself in the process. As I said, I am not used to dealing with people, especially humans. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
We don't have the luxury of time. An Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
That is true. At first I thought that was a weakness of your species. After spending time with you and your crew, however, I think it may actually be an advantage. You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
You're scared of us?
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path to get what you want. It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
I'm doing the best I can, Liara.
LOL
There is a reason the
150
Council
will be
chose you to
lucky if
become a
I get
Spectre.
past 80.
They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to offer. I looked into your history. I know what happened on Akuz. The fact that you survived shows a remarkable strength.
You didn't need to go behind my back. I would have told you whatever you wanted to know.
I apologize, Commander. After our last conversation, I was afraid I would say something stupid again. I wanted to know more about you. To understand what made you into the man you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
Are you sure you're interested in me? Or is it my visions of the Protheans?
I admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial interest. But it has grown beyond
It's
that.
true.
You intrigue me, Shepard. But I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings. I thought there might already be a relationship between you and Chief Williams.
Williams and I are just friends, nothing more.
My mistake, then. I am not as adept at understanding human relationships as I thought. But what about us, Shepard? Is there a mutual attraction, or was I wrong about that too?
No, you were right. There is something between us.
I knew it, and I knew you felt it too. But does this not seem rather strange? Why do I feel so close to you? We have only known each other a short time. We are from two different species. We have almost nothing in common. This makes no sense.
These things never make sense. They just happen, and we get swept up in the storm.
You make it sound so chaotic, so dangerous.
Don't tell me a little danger puts you off.
This is all a bit overwhelming. I am not used to this. You. I need some time.
Take all the time you need, Liara. I'll be here.
Thank you, Shepard. Let's just talk about something else for now.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Oh, there we go. I feel I don't need to check Okay, so yeah, so like I said, I'm gonna be getting off. It's almost that time. Might as well try to relax a bit before I head out. Tonight I will be live. I'm starting at 8 o'clock tonight. So yeah, I'm gonna be starting at 8 o'clock tonight. I'm gonna go planet hopping again. Actually, no, I'll start the next story mission when I get on, and then go ahead and actually, no, I'll get some side missions out the way. So I can, because I need, I think, one more level? I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I don't know. I'll figure it out when I get back on tonight. But yeah, I appreciate everybody for coming by. I also appreciate the host, Kurisu. Sorry I couldn't stream longer for those who came by. But yeah, I'll be on tonight to continue more of this. Tonight I'm actually planning on trying to get some decent progress in. But if anybody new here isn't following, you're more than welcome to follow. And come back later to check out the stream. But yeah, I'll be getting off, guys. I'll catch you next time.